John Allen is here with us. John, welcome.
Root canal, huh?
Root canal. Well, I think I need to think of another comparison, really, because I don't think of that rightly paints the picture of how much people just are totally apathetic to insurance talk.
Yeah, cleaning closets, maybe.
Maybe cleaning closet, whatever the most boring thing that you could possibly do. Because at least root canal is emotive, right? Like, ooh, you get painful. Insurance isn't painful. It's just like, meh, that's about boring.
Well, you're normally asleep during a root canal, therefore that's why it doesn't.
That's true. Maybe so. Yeah, you're kind of asleep through insurance talk, too.
Exactly.
But, truthfully, that's something we really shouldn't be sleeping for. I have found out more and more. Before I was with you, when I did that, and I wasn't with you, and I got an bad coverage on a house, and we had to spend a lot of extra money. And then post being with you and your company in the last few years and having similar situations with homes, but having someone right there, probably we were very high maintenance clients, we know, but we seem to always be having an issue with home or a car or something, but you guys were just right there able to answer our questions and kind of handle our stress and kind of take that and give it back to us. It's a marked difference. So I love having you on the show because I have personal experience with I had plumbing problems. I had a car wreck issue. I had a tree fall on my neighbor's house issue. I had all these issues. I was like, oh my God.
You ask us challenging questions. That's good. They're entertaining.
Yeah, that's right. But, I slept through insurance too. I was just, hey, let's just get the lowest premium.
It's boring. It's a commodity.
Yeah.
It really is. The service is what makes the difference, and the education is what makes the difference.
Yeah, but the difference with one I think is not a commodity is it's like if I got $1,000 policy here and an $1,100 policy here, my instinct is to go, well, it's commodity. I'll go with $1,000, but it's not, because on this $1,000 policy, I got ACV coverage on my roof, and on this $1,100 policy, right, I have
replacement.
Right. And so there's a major difference. So one, talk to us today about that difference a little bit, maybe even as it relates to your favorite discussion, which seems to be roofs. So I'm sure you have something prepared for that. And then anything else you want to talk about that we may have missed in our insurance talk.
I wasn't sure if I brought up roofs before, so
you're such a dummy. You use like freaking every time.
Yeah, well, so really the easy, simple thing on roofs is make sure you know how old the roof is, because just because it's in good shape doesn't mean that the insurance company is going to give you replacement coverage for a roof that's in good shape. Okay?
Quick numbers. The difference on this one roof that would be $10,000 to replace, if it's ACV versus replacement cost, what's the difference?
All right. So if you've got a $20,000 roof that's replacement, you get $20,000 less your deductible, whatever your deductible is. So
let's say it's 1% on a $200,000 home, $2,000. So you get $18,000
You get $18,000 back. Right. Now on an ACV house, what they're going to do is depreciate the house, and you might get maybe 20 to 30 cents on the dollar less your deductible. So you might get $7,000 or $8,000 maybe on that house, maybe.
That is a massive difference.
Yeah, that's huge. That's why we keep saying it, because different companies have a different threshold for where they convert it from replacement to ACV. Some companies, if you come in and it's covered as replacement, as long as you stay with that company, it's replacement. So there's no way I've got the time or you have the interest to listen to all this now. But what you do want
to do,
the audience like, what? Please stop.
They're just calling their insurance company right now. Do I have ACV?
Hang up now. We could change to another channel. But what I really do want to make sure, though, that you do is that you think about, just ask the question and make sure you're getting a straight answer. Somebody's actually engaging that, not just giving you a blow-off answer. Okay, that's very, very important.
You're listening to the Tuttle Group Radio Hour. We're talking with John Allen about insurance and some small little details that can make major differences in your coverage. If you have questions about this, 469-319-0660.
It's so simple. When you're buying a house, don't you want to know if you're going to likely get ACV or replacement, knowing that you might have a $12,000 or a $14,000 difference there? That's going to make a difference when you negotiate the price of the house, knowing which side of that.
Nobody looks at that. They don't even look at it until after the contract.
Right.
Wow.
Look at it now. Okay, right now.
So if you're, just real quick, this is a very good point. You're telling me, if you're especially, and these are on older homes-ish,
anything
pre-90s.
more than starting around 10 years is where that threshold can start. So anything up to 10 years old, you're probably okay. Anything over that, I'd start asking the question.
So literally in the offer process, you may need to call the insurance company, right? Call a guy like you and be like, hey, look, here's the age of the house. Are you guys going to be able to issue a replacement or ACV?
Well, what you're going to do is get the seller's disclosure, because if the roof has been replaced, so easy example, let's say the house was built in 2000, the roof was replaced in 2010. You're okay.
Right.
So you may or may not know. So it's good to get the disclosure, or at least run the clue
first,
they should be getting, or get the clue report, which any insurance agency can run for you.
But then if it's not replaced, should the next call be to the insurance company to see if they'll do ACV or replacement?
Call your company. Hey, my roof is 16 years old. How are you going to cover that?
That's a big deal. And you find out. Now, let me ask you this, though. Does every insurance company, like you're an independent, so if one insurance company doesn't do it, you may find someone else that will?
Yeah, and we know which carriers, the ones that we represent, we know which ones, where those thresholds are. Some are at 10, some are 15, some are at 20.
Okay.
When it gets more than 20 years, a lot of times you have a tough time insuring it. And in those scenarios, we've gone to a commercial form that insures homeowners that will do it, but it's a little trickier to get that done. It still gives you good coverage, but you still have to ask.
I love that though. Okay, This is so smart. Okay, so guys, here's the thing. If you just call your carrier, right? If they say something like makes you a little nervous because some of the rains and storms and the winds here, here's what I'll tell you. That's why we work with an independent. That's why it's smart to work with an independent. If you've got questions about your roof right now or any insurance coverage, and maybe you just want, and John does this for our listeners, if you just want a free insurance checkup, just a nice policy checkup to see if you're covered. A lot of times John just tells you, hey, you're in great shape. Stick with the policy.
Can I tell you something? Please don't be afraid to say no. Just if whatever I present to you or whatever we say to you, if you don't want to do it, just say no. That's okay. But at least engage the conversation, even if it's not with me. Talk to somebody that can adequately explain that, but do yourself a favor and do it.
I agree. Call 469-319-0660, or you can text the same number, 469-319-0660. You can just text insurance checkup, and we'll get you set up. Or if you call, just say, hey, just need some help with insurance, and we'll get you taken care of on that. That's the way to do it, guys. Small little details. It's a boring 15-minute conversation. John won't be offended if you yawn, but it just may save you 10 to 20 grand.
We can do it in less than 15. We can do it in about 3.5.
3.5 minutes. See, even better than, can I say the name? Even better than the 15-minute company. It's great.